What's a Call of Duty game without a few broken guns? For nearly 2 decades, the series has had its share of infamous, overpowered, or barely functional weapons. Here's a look at some of the most broken guns in the Call of Duty series. An early arriver in the broken guns category, the Desert Eagle from the first Modern Warfare is one of the most iconic entries on the list. The sound, the look, the jumpy animation, and of course, that damage.
Damn, boy!
The Deagle deals 50 damage at close range. That sounds good, but sort of limiting, right? You would think so, considering it's only a semi-auto handgun. But remember that in COD 4, semi-auto guns had no fire cap, so you could spam all 7 of your shots in the blink of an eye. The Deagle also had a surprisingly low recoil despite its animation. If you could ignore that wobble, you could still hit your shots with surprising accuracy thanks to its super fast centering speed. Also thanks to the OG Call of Duty gods, the Desert Eagle had a headshot multiplier of 1.4 damage, increasing that sweet 2-shot kill potential. All of this in one badass package that offered 0 attachments, because it would be a sin to silence this. Much like its older brother, 2019's Modern Warfare has tons of overpowered weapons. The only difference is that these have been patched a little more frequently over the yearly Call of Duty releases. A great example being the Snake Shot 357s. Before the patch, these were disgusting. After players unlocked the Snake Shot ammo and began equipping 2 of them, it was a very rough few weeks for Modern Warfare players.
In this department, we go by the book.
By book.
Compilations began flooding the internet of these 2 magnums, destroying players in both multiplayer as well as Warzone. It got to a point where players used these as their primary weapons. That's because the one-shot kill range of these was 5 meters. That was stock, without any attachments. This damage range was dropped to 3.8 meters, which sounds like it would help fix the issue, but as you can see here, it's still pretty powerful.
Can't stop me.
As previously discussed in our Best Guns of Call of Duty video, the Bal 27 was a broken fan favorite. It had high damage at close range with seemingly no recoil. Like other guns later in the Black Ops series, it also had a quirk, which was an increased fire rate over time. This quickly became the deadly combo of choice for assault rifle users. With a Call of Duty community well established at this point, YouTubers and pro players clamored over this weapon's deadliness. Some called out for a nerf, while others wanted to keep the Bal of Duty as is. However, less than a month after launch, the gun was nerfed and was given severely increased recoil. Thanks to all the jumping around in Advanced Warfare's multiplayer, people moved on to other options with that lower recoil we all crave. Next up is the Dragunov. No matter what Call of Duty game you're playing, the Dragunov is simply a hit marker machine. It might be fun to use if you're trying to mix it up with a goofy class, but if you're going for kills, look elsewhere. In a handful of other games, the Dragunov is a serviceable weapon, but in the Call of Duty world, it's bad at best. Its low damage mixed with high recoil will have you losing gunfights to just about every other weapon in and out of its class. Why it's in more than a dozen Call of Duty titles is beyond me. The gun is even underwhelming to look at. It looks like someone stretched out an AK-47 and made it worse. In games like Advanced Warfare and 2019's Modern Warfare, just about any other sniper rifle or marksman rifle will get the job done better than the Dragunov ever could. Maybe it's added into every Call of Duty as a running joke? I don't know. This one hurt. Coming off the heels of Modern Warfare 2, I was excited to try out the new lineup of LMGs offered in Black Ops 1. Sadly, the first one featured in the custom class was the pathetic HK-21. This LMG suffers from the usual faults of a weapon of its size: slow run speed, dismal aim down sights time, but to make it worse, the HK had the jumpiest recoil I recall from that entire game. Other guns with high recoil veer left, right, and up. Predictable patterns, right? The HK-21 does all of the above. To make matters worse, 4 of its 5 optional attachments are scopes. Scopes! On a gun this slow and jumpy, scopes only make the experience worse. But for some players, any scope tops the unusually small iron sights. Also, if you choose a scope, you're stuck with a lousy 30-round magazine. Is there a foregrip? No. Is there a bipod? In the picture. Is there a reason to use this? No way. The only redeeming quality? It sounds cool, I guess. On paper, the HS-10 looks like it would be a fun addition. It sounds cool, it has a unique design, and it fits the whole espionage theme of the first Black Ops game. It's even teased as an alluring classified weapon that can only be unlocked after every other shotgun had been unlocked first. When you do get your hands on it, you'll come to find that it is an incredibly underwhelming shotgun. Even by shotgun standards, the HS-10's range is pathetic. And to rub salt into that wound, you start with a max ammo of 4 bullets, so prepare to hide a lot or lose a lot. Its only attachment is dual wielding, which strips you of the ability to aim down sights. And aiming down sights is the only thing that made it barely usable in the first place. May I suggest the SPAS 12 instead? If you've played 2019's Modern Warfare at all in the last year, you'll know the Grau 556. Launched in Season 2 and continually patched until Season 4, the Grau was an overpowered laser beam, especially in Warzone. With the right attachments, this thing became the ACR from Modern Warfare 2 with higher damage. The amount of people using Damascus camo on their Graus was ridiculous. This gun was worth grinding for. And the only thing that reined it in a bit was Infinity Ward's 1.23 patch. This massive update from June 2020 nerfed the Grau's damage range on the base barrel, increased its recoil, and also dropped its damage range when you use the popular Archangel and Nexus barrel attachments. What remains is still a very competitive gun that is used often, but has indeed lost its luster. In a small, memorable window of time, this gun, paired with the MP5, completely overtook the Warzone experience. Let's talk about Modern Warfare 2's UMP-45, aka the little engine that can and will. Unlocked immediately in a default class, the UMP does 40 damage up close and 35 at a distance, making it as little as a 3-shot kill. And with a devilish fire rate of 666 rounds per minute, this could melt anyone faster than even some shotguns. And if you're an absolute animal, you can even increase that to 845 rounds per minute with rapid fire. As someone who avoids firing from the hip, take it from me when I tell you that it's encouraged here. In fact, if you don't like aiming down sights, good news, you can use this gun akimbo. They tried to reintroduce this gun back into Modern Warfare with the Striker 45, but it's okay. In the sea of overpowered weapons that is Modern Warfare 2, the UMP is not just an elite choice of SMGs, but it's so good that it's broken. Let's continue with the Modern Warfare series, only this time we'll be looking at Part 3 and the infamous FMG9s. Being a secondary weapon, you'd think this machine pistol would be nothing to write home about. But no, this collapsible nightmare was another popular choice as a primary weapon, and for good reason. Its 40-point damage is paired with a destructive rate of 1,034 rounds per minute. I'll say that again, 1,034 rounds per minute, making it the highest in the entire game. Extended mags are probably the best attachment seeing how it's a bullet hose, but you'll likely find everyone using these akimbo and spraying their heart out just like they did in 2011. The FMG9 only takes as little as 3 shots to kill someone, or 2 if you land headshots. Why the G18s and the FMG9s are in Modern Warfare 3 is a weird one. Besides the collapsible body, they're the same gun. Style points, I guess. Regardless, if you are near someone using the FMG9s, turn around and run because you will be deleted. The Model 1887s. These guns were from a time in Call of Duty some would call the golden years. If you were like me, you were curious. After getting killed by them millions of times, you finally unlock a single Model 1887 at level 67. Please, what harm can I really do with these? You say as you reluctantly build a class. The match starts and you're scared. Shotguns don't have the best range. I should take cover. You spot someone with their back turned. Now's your chance. You waste the poor fool and it feels like a door unlocked. Your heart gets warm and you realize why people are drawn to this silly 100-year-old gun. The 1887 was a mess. Its damage and range were embarrassingly good, and that's only when you used one of them. Without question, the best way to use the 1887 was going akimbo. I still have very vivid memories of getting blasted in the alleyways of favela with these things. And you know what? These memories grow fonder the older I get. We need broken guns in Call of Duty games, even if for a while before the inevitable patch. Making this list took me down a fun, nostalgic road of Call of Duty's past. So please, continue to share your favorite broken guns in the comments. What I miss? The 725s, the Intervention, the Brecci, I want to hear them all. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is coming our way soon, so be sure to subscribe to stick around for full coverage and PS5 gameplay. Thanks for watching.